Hello, hello. It's Tuesday. It's our live love talk. How exciting is this? I am Natalia Hart. I am a dating and relationship coach. I help people to find love, create intimate relationships, and to be happy in their love life. So I wanted to say hi. I come live to this social media every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And right now I have a book, Text Me Maybe. It's a playbook to learn how to text with confidence and to create intimacy and connection through texting. I know texting can be very hard for a lot of us, and this is the time of finding love with our terms. We are finding love with our terms. So this ebook I have helps you with all of that. It's totally free. Just send me a message and I will share the link with you so you can have it. So anyway, today we are going to be talking about this, answering these questions. I'm going to read them to you and then I'm going to go ahead and talk about it. How can we attract the kind of relationship we may have begun to doubt the existence of? How do we ensure we actually get excited about something that is better for us instead of yearning for what hurt us? And how do we make sure we feel worthy of it once we have it? How do we make sure we feel worthy of it once we have it? These questions hold the key to finding satisfaction in love. To find this satisfaction, we need to take the job of creating a new reality in our love life seriously. We need to consciously recalibrate the default settings that have been governing our choices so far. I love to start this live love talk with these questions because it's so important. This is the difference that makes the whole difference. It's what it's really gonna catapult you from where you are at right now in your love life to where you wanna be the fastest, okay? I truly believe that what is yours, nobody can take it away, and you are gonna get it no matter what. Now, my intention is to help you get it faster and with less suffering, okay? So what is this magic thing? It's really a tool that has been used for a long time and that you have heard about it, but I want you to guide you to use it in a different way, in a way that is more strategic and intentional. So why is it that we want something, we create our goals, we dream our love life, we go on dates, we do everything we are supposed to do, what everybody is telling us to do, and we still can't have it? Why is this happening? Well, in a very succinct way, what is happening is that there is a law, the law of correspondence, that if you don't understand this law, I know you probably know about the law of attraction and many other laws, but if you don't understand this law, the law of correspondence, it's going to be really hard to reach your goals and to stop, procrastinating or failing to plan or, doing what you are supposed to be doing. And this law of correspondence, what it says is that what you really want in your love life is not that hard to get. Actually, it's pretty simple. So it's not about that. It's not that it's hard to get. What happens is that our identity, and that is that area in our brain, in our psychic structure that holds our beliefs, our values, who we think we are, who we believe we are. So our identity is not fit enough to achieve that goal, to get that. So what happens is, if our identity, the ways we see the men, the way we see relationships, the way we see, the world, the way we see how we are and what is available to us and what is not available to us, is going to dictate our way of being. And if our way of being is not aligned with our higher self, it's just not going to happen. So to give you an example is, if let's say there is a woman that has been hurt in the past. Who hasn't? We all have been hurt in the past. So let's say this woman has been hurt in the past. Let's say she was in a relationship and she got cheated, or she got dumped, or she got ghosted, or she invested 10 years of her life investing in this guy to get married and have a family, and then he told her that he wasn't ready for that. All the different ways we can get hurt, that creates a belief, that creates a way of being. When we go through those things, usually, unless we do the work and heal and move on, we are going to be protecting ourselves, and it's going to be showing up in our way of being, the way we are. So, for example, if this woman, has been dating this guy for a couple of weeks and things are going well, but then one day she calls him and he doesn't pick up the phone, and she calls him again and he doesn't pick up the phone. And then if this particular woman starts thinking, oh my God, he doesn't want to be with me, he's cheating with other women, and goes on a downward spiral, if the meaning she gives to that event of the guy not answering the phone is negative, because it's based on her identity, what she believes, it's going to create a negative feeling, it's going to create a negative emotion, and that negative emotion is going to create a negative action. And that negative action, for example, leaving him a very nasty text telling him that he's cheating on her and yada, 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 is going to make him get defensive and send her a negative message, and then the cycle is going to keep repeating, and it's going to be downward. So that is why it's so important that we work on this level of who we are being. So most people that I know, they have been trained since their childhood under the model of doing, to have, to be. And this is a model that works really well for certain things. But if you want to get results really, really fast at this level that I'm talking about here, doing, in this case, we could say creating a dating app to have dates, to be happy, really it's not the best, it's not the fastest way to get what you want, because as we all know, dating apps can be challenging, they can be tricky, and they can be discouraging if we don't know how to use them. Dating apps are a tool, and if we don't know how to use that tool, it can lead to either burnout or quitting. So as we can see, that way works, but we are taking a big risk of being left discouraged. So the way that I teach my clients to do it, it's turning the tables around. So we do the being first, we be, then we do, and then we have. And how that looks like? Well, the way it looks like is first we make a decision of what kind of woman we are going to be. So if we take a look and we decide that we actually, what we want is not a man, although we want a man, but what we really want is to be happy, to be fulfilled, to feel like we have purpose, to feel like we are, doing something for the world, that we are connected to somebody. So we work on that part first. We do make ourselves be in a way, we do create character traits and ways of being that support that being happy, being fulfilled, feeling connected, feeling purposeful right now. And from that way of being, let's say I choose to be magnetic, being loving, being generous, being feminine, and I practice those character traits every day, and I do go on dates being that way, the right man is going to show up, and it's going to be effortless because we already feel that way. We already have what we want. We started with the end in mind. So this is a much, much easier and faster and more effortless way to magnetize the kind of man, the kind of relationship we want. Being in a place of already feeling that I have it all, that there is nothing missing with me, and that meeting this guy and creating a connection with this man, creating a commitment with this man, and securing a marriage with this man is the cherry on top of the cake. So can you see how the vibe, the energy is totally, totally different? We are going to be inspired to go out on dates because we are going to be happy about it. We are going to feel like, it's playtime, and we are going to have very, very low attachment to the result. The attention is going to be to our intention of being our highest self, to being already happy and content and fulfilled. That's going to be the intention. It's a high intention, but our attachment to the result is going to be a lot lower than if we go on a date feeling like we need a man to feel that way. And this is when everything starts to transform in your life. Why? Because your whole life is fantastic. You get to be yourself, you get to be happy, you get to be fulfilled. And then being that way, you are going to attract great people, all kinds of great people, great men too. And it's going to be easy because you're going to be in the right vibe. All the ladies that are listening to this, you ladies want to create a relationship with a great guy, with a guy that has something going on, with a guy that has purpose, with a guy that has a life, with a guy that is successful, that is taking care of himself. Well, those kind of guys, they have a lot of options. Like when we level up, we also have a lot of options, by the way, but we are talking about men now. So they have a lot of options, and they are going to feel right away, unconsciously. They feel it if you are embodying your higher self or your lower self. Why? Because the lower self is rooted in fear, is rooted in a scarcity mindset, is rooted in, I need this now. and that gives out the wrong vibe. But when you are rooted in your highest self and you feel like, you know what, I may not know how to do this thing, but I am learning how to do it. I am going to invest a year to learn everything I can about men, about relationships, about attraction, about seduction, about all the things that are going to allow me to be a great partner for a great guy. And you know what? I would feel great in the meanwhile. And I'm going to go on and have hobbies and passions and flirt with everybody, buy me a bunch of dresses or skirts and just be happy and see what happens. I assure you that attitude in itself is going to be a magnet for the right guy, because they are going to be with you and they're going to feel that clean energy that has really no attachment to the result. So that is the way they really, really want to be with us. So long story short, the main point that I want you to have in this video is focus on what you can control. The only thing you can control is yourself. So focus on your being, in your way of being. Don't put your attention on the result so much. The result will be the natural consequence of your way of being. Okay, that is the law of correspondence. Those are the laws of nature. You see, the rose seed, when is planted in fertile ground that is well moistured and with a lot of nutrients, and it doesn't have any other choice than growing and blossoming on a rose, because that's the potential inside. So if you are single and you can figure it out how to do the dating and you want to really, really find your man this year, drop everything and focus on your way of being. Think about it. What a woman that is magnetic would do in this situation. That is the best question you can ask yourself. Remember, the quality of your questions dictate the quality of your love life. So anytime you are in doubt, what a woman with confidence will do in this moment. And if you don't know, just invest yourself in coaching with somebody like me, or buy books, or listen to podcasts, okay? Get educated. That is my point. And learn how to be that way. If you remain on your comfort zone, which is where you have been up until now, and it's that place where your survival system is working for you, where we feel safe, we feel that we are comfortable, even though it's not that comfortable, but it's what we are used to. If we remain in that space, if we don't up level our inner world to match that woman that is fit to get what she wants, we are not going to get it. We are going to keep attracting men that are attracted to that level of energy. So it's not that there is anything wrong with you. I'm not saying that, I get a lot, oh, Natalia, why can't I be myself? By any means, I'm not saying that you have to do this. What I'm saying is that if you want to get different results, the key is in up leveling your inner life. That's what's going to take you there. It's not going to be losing weight. It's not going to be changing cities. It's not going to be, changing dating apps. None of that matters, because the right guy that is ready to be in a relationship right now. It's going to love you with your extra weight, even if you are broke. It doesn't matter. Those things don't really matter. What matters is who we are, what kind of energy we bring to the table. Okay, and that's where we can control that. We totally can control that. Okay, so anyway, if you're still here and watching this, I would like you to ask me any questions that you may have, or if you think I made some sense, share it with a friend, share it with your world. Somebody needs to hear this, and let's make great love accessible to everybody. It is possible. It is possible for you to create the relationship of your dreams. I did it myself, and I have helped so many women to do it. And it doesn't have to be a horrible process. It can be fun. And I feel so blessed and honored to be able to do this kind of work. Anyway, I hope you are having a great week. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow at 12. I'm going to be interviewing my colleague, Jonathan Ashley. He's going to be talking about a super important subject, which is when to bring up the sex conversation. It's a very, very interesting question, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And until then, keep choosing love. Keep choosing love. Mwah.